Hello, Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers. This is your tarot and oracle reading for the week ahead whenever you're finding this. If you're watching along as I post because you're subscribed, this is for the week of August 25th through the 31st, 2025. So Cancer, I do want to say that this is the final week of August, and on September 7th, we have our first eclipse of the second eclipse season this year. So this eclipse season, it's already being felt. I don't know about you guys, comment down below. Are you feeling this? Eclipse seasons are all about intense changes, specifically massive endings and new beginnings. Old karmic patterns and cycles that are deeply rooted in our lives come to a close, and our new stories are born. Eclipse seasons happen twice a year, and they are the times of the year where the most amount of change can take place in the smallest amount of time. And they are felt before the actual season and after. And right now, like, it's August 19th, I'm already feeling it so strongly. So this week of August 25th, it's going to be felt strongly as well. So let's see what's in store for you this week, Cancer. You have the Dragonfly spirit coming out. It did come out in reverse. I don't normally read this deck in reverse, but I think it is important to note. Now, when I think of the Dragonfly spirit, I think of massive luck and just beauty. It's like the magic of life, and it really reminds me of fairy spirits, the fae, which is funny because I'm using a fairy deck this week. But I feel like you are being protected by nature spirits, specifically fae spirits, tree spirits. If any of you garden or have a special sacred tree or a place in the woods or something like that you like to visit, the spirits that are there coming through as guides in this reading, saying we are cleansing your energy and protecting you from so much more than you realize. Okay, so you have a lot of spiritual protection. Cancer, I don't know who the heck you are watching. I feel like a lot of you guys are very significant people to the world, okay? You may be a very good person or have done so much profound light work and healing on the planet already. And for that reason, you are extraordinarily spiritually protected. I feel that so strongly, and I feel guided to say it, okay? Wow, this is a message. I'm getting a message that has never come through in a reading before. Something I'm seeing clairvoyantly. How do I put this? I'm not trying to scare you guys. There's no need for you to be scared. But something I'm seeing here is like this massive tidal wave of like black shadow energy. Okay? Like coming towards you. And this is negative intention. This could be curses, anything like that. And the funny thing is, it's like you have this beautiful, translucent, golden, sparkly aura bubble around you. And it's like that massive tidal wave is just going over you, and not a single drop of that energy is touching your life, Cancer. So I don't know who you pissed off. I don't know exactly where this energy is coming from, because obviously all of your lives are different. And you know what? Honestly, sometimes it doesn't come from another human. This can come from negative entities. You know, Mike Tyson said this quote one time, and it has stuck in my head so much. It's like, I think he said something along the lines of, the closer you are to God, the more the devil will try to get you, or something like that. And I'm not religious, but it's like I can see how that makes sense, because some of the nicest, kindest, most impactful people in a positive way that I've ever met on this planet, if you hear their backstories, it's like a nightmare. Like they gone through some crap to get to them being that amazing person, right? So again, there's something about this week. It's like this massive tidal wave of just black shadowy energy being sent your way. Not a single drop touches you. And I want to say this isn't even a piece of advice. There is nothing that you have to do. You don't have to do any extra energy rituals or protection spells. You're already safe, you're already protected, so don't even worry about it. But if you have a feeling that like you know where this is coming from, comment down below, just because I'm curious, you know, but you're safe. And the funny thing about that is I actually feel like not only are you being protected, but the divine comedy of the universe. You may actually be succeeding even more so this week. There's something here about humor. Your spirit guides, the universe itself, having a sense of humor. And it's like, not only does someone or something's negative energy and intentions not touch you at all, not affect you at all, but in addition to that, you're also succeeding and thriving in life, which just adds some wounds to whoever is trying to see your downfall. You know what I mean? So that's an interesting message. Now let's see the tarot. What the heck? Oh my gosh. Cancer. Sometimes, and it's like, if you acted in honesty, truth, love, and integrity, you'll always be protected. And it's like, people can try, and that's the thing, sometimes if people are trying to control you or control the narrative via manipulation, via like doing the wrong thing, they can get really triggered when you speak the truth, when you don't play along with that game. So that may be where this tidal wave is coming from, but let's see. First card out, we have the 8 of Wands in reverse. Interesting. We have the Emperor upright. You're feeling really like in your boss babe energy, okay? Emperor upright is like in your divine masculine. I don't care what your gender is. You could be the girliest girl on the planet. You're in your divine masculine right now. And what that means to me, notice how he's carrying a shield. Okay, that shield is self-protection. No, I'm not just going to play along with your toxic games. I am going to defend myself. I'm going to stand up for myself. I am going to have the discipline and the self-protection, the self-preservation to do what's right, act in integrity, and not tolerate anything that is disrespectful. So you're in that sort of beautiful, divine, masculine, self-protective, healthy boundaries energy. Another thing I notice here, you see how there's like this crow or raven on his shield? I was just saying this to another sign. I think it was Virgo. Yeah, it was Virgo. I was saying this too. A crow or raven looking us in the eyes, like on the shield, is my personal symbol as a medium that you are being energetically protected from negative, shadowy energies. So the fact that we just had that message about that tidal wave, not even a drop of it touching you, and now we have my personal specific symbol for you are energetically protected against black magic and negative intentions and energies. This is a big confirmation for me. There's something here, like I really just want to keep reaffirming, you don't have to do anything special. You're already protected, okay? So if there's any fear here about, I don't know, somebody retaliating or sending negative energies, it's not even going to touch you. We have the Ace of Cups upright. How funny would it be if we did some transmutation magic to take that whole tidal wave of shadowy negative intentions and we transmute that? We send it through some sort of like energetic earth filter, so that way it is transformed back into source energy, and then we receive it, and it comes in the form of new, loving, beautiful connections, abundance, money, beautiful trips, and beauty and glowing energies. How funny would that be? Somebody tries sending us negative energy and we transmute it and turn it into success. That's what I'm seeing this week, guys. Ace of Cups is very special. Something that I'm picking up here, you may not even be looking for love. You may not even be looking to be even extraordinarily social. There's some sort of unexpected love entering your life this week, okay? Now, this could be a new relationship for some of you, certainly, like a new crush or date coming in. But this could also be something else, like a new friendship, a new puppy, a new kitten, something like that. Or even this could be you starting a brand new project that becomes very emotionally fulfilling for you. Like this is the week you start to volunteer to, I don't know, walk dogs or something. Or this could be a week where you I don't know, start to build that dream greenhouse you always thought of. You know, there's something exciting here going on. We have the High Priestess coming out in reverse, right underneath that Eight of Wands in reverse. See, this is interesting. Notice how this Eight of Wands card, he's on this dragon, and they're actually missing all of these wands. So this is, Eight of Wands is normally my favorite card upright, but in this particular reading, Cancer, it's like I'm seeing here somebody is trying to manipulate you, manipulate the circumstance, send you negative energy, change your mind, pin you against people, etc., etc. And it's all missing you. It's like, because the wands in the Eight of Wands represents intentions. It's like seeds we planted, intentions we set in the past, they all come in at the same time. However, I'm viewing these wands almost as like somebody else's intentions towards you, and they may not be the best. Dragon spirits, by the way, are also very protective as well. And with this Eight of Wands coming out in reverse, it's like all of that negative energy, it's just missing you. It's completely going around you. And with the High Priestess coming out in reverse, I don't even think that you see this. It's kind of hilarious, you know, when somebody, like, for example, let's just say somebody hates you and they try to sabotage your day by like doing something, and it's like you don't even know that they hate you. And not only that, the thing that they did to sabotage you like completely went over your head. You didn't notice it, and so you're like continuing to be really kind and nice to this person who hates you. And that is almost funnier than if you were to recognize it and respond to it, because then this person feels foolish, you know what I mean? With the High Priestess in reverse, this can also represent hidden information. You might not know the full story, and there's something here about like the universe is protecting you by not having you know the full story. I don't know why. Wheel of Fortune in reverse right next to that. And then we have the Ten of Swords in reverse. Wow. There's something here, guys. I think I'm starting to understand where that tidal wave's coming from. You may have spoken your truth and acted in your highest integrity when it came to a certain person or situation, right? And something I'm seeing here is you may have costed somebody something really important to them. Like, for example, let's just say in the workplace, you notice that there's some sort of mistake that's been happening over and over and over again. So you tell your boss or whatever, and it turns out that mistake was coming from a coworker who was like intentionally trying to sabotage something and like pin it against you because they didn't like you. You may have totally missed that, didn't realize how much they hated you, and you're just being a good person, doing the right thing. Hey, there's this mistake. Like, what do I do? And it's like your boss recognizes, oh, okay, that particular coworker was messing things up on purpose. And then that coworker gets fired from their job. You know what I mean? And then it's like now they hate you a lot and they're sending you all this negative energy. But again, it's completely going over your head. You're being untouched by it. Okay, now that's an example of the energies. Apply this to whatever situation is going on in your life, you know, like, I don't know, you may have costed somebody something really big because they were trying to thrive in the shadows, meaning like keeping hidden information to themselves, lying, cheating, stealing, etc. And you may have exposed those truths unknowingly and costed them something huge, their job, their relationship, custody, whatever it may be. And Ten of Swords in reverse, there's an ending here. I don't feel like this ending has anything to do with you particularly, though. I feel like you may have low-key been the reason for this ending taking place, but it's not you going through your own ending. Cancer, this reading doesn't really say much about you this week, but it's showing up so strongly because there is strong energy that somebody is sending you due to this scenario. Does that make sense? That's why it's coming through in your reading. What's going on in your life personally this week? I feel like you're just, with the Emperor, focusing on organizing your life. And then with the Ace of Cups, there's a lot of new things for you to nurture, new creative ideas, projects and goals around the house or in your business, new relationship, new love, and just sort of an overall focus on the things that are going right in your life. So, yeah, I feel like you're just kind of status quo, having a really cool week for yourself, and there's this massive tidal wave of energy being sent your way, not touching you though, and you are very safe and very protected from a lot more than you realize. And there is a strong magic going on around you. Pay attention to your dreams. The Fae realm and nature spirits that really have your back, they may actually send you dreams and let you know what's going on, okay? I'll give you a personal example of this. One time I had a fairy come through in a dream. They trapped me in a little cage made out of leaves, and they told me not to trust someone. Anyways, fast forward, that person became very untrustable, and it's like, well, thank you, fairy, for telling me not to trust that person. I also had another dream one time where I woke up in my bed and I had a fairy spirit and some other weird elemental spirit literally on the side of my bed. I'm like, oh, what the heck? Because I thought I was awake in this dream. And they're like, we're protecting you from this mimic spirit that's attached to this person. And again, that person that the very negative spirit was attached to was not trustable. So it's like, I'm telling you, like, when you're psychically connected, when you're spiritually connected, these spirits will rat out the rats in your life, okay? And they will keep you safe. So not only are you completely unafflicted by negative energy, but you're even thriving and magical. So really interesting. Stay safe, guys, okay? Really fascinating. You're causing someone to have a massive ending in their life. Eclipse season, guys. You played a part in somebody's karmic story. Like I said, eclipse seasons, they're all about endings and new beginnings, karmic endings and new beginnings. You may have been the catalyst for someone else's karmic ending, okay? So because you played that role, which by the way is very spiritually significant, sometimes in life we have to be the enemy in other people's stories in order to get that person to wake up. But you will be safe and protected. That's the thing about having that soul contract. You know, it's like, yeah, you're going to be the enemy in this person's story, but you'll stay safe, okay? So thank you guys for joining me. Definitely comment how this resonated down below because I'm so curious about this. Like this video. Subscribe if you've not already, and watch for your sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs to get the fullest overview of the week ahead. And if you want a personal reading with me one-on-one, the link to that is always in the description box, spiritpsychic.org. I also offer my intention oils there, shamanic life coaching sessions there, as well as my online tarot reading course, so check it out. Bye-bye.